Alright, I just finished the first charge-discharge cycle, and I charged up to 4.1 volts, and I discharged to 2.75 volts at 30 amps, which is about 5 or 6C, depending on how large the cell is. It's probably closer to 6C. And we just finished the first discharge cycle, and we got 4.5 amp hours. It's rated for 5. It expired 2 years ago. We're testing it at 6C. It's probably still 5 amp hours. If nothing else, it's 4.5. So these are then, let's see, 3.6 times 4.5. These are about 16 watt hours per cell, and we have 60 of them. So I'm getting 972 watt hours again at a 6C discharge rate, which is pretty good compared to its 1172. It's 83% of the nominal capacity, but again, that nominal capacity is going to be under best case conditions, probably at like 1C discharge or maybe even less. That would be the 100%, and we're getting 83%. That's pretty good. I'd say that overall this is a pretty good buy, but again, the caveat is you absolutely must have a battery management system to use this. It is really, really dangerous not to do that. We're talking fires if even one cell gets out of balance. So don't just throw this in your car, but it is very neat. I always recommend the LTC 6804 for battery management. There's plenty of off-the-shelf devices that use that. Even Linear Tech sells a demo board that plugs into an Arduino, so you can actually talk to it over a serial connection. So maybe someone will package that into an Insight-friendly thing. Obviously, the Linsight project, if I do ever finish it, has that built on. It does use the LTC 6804. They have a newer version now. Here is the there's two extant Linsight PCBs here, and this is one of them, and this is just a 36S, but you can see that we have 3 LTC 6804s on here. Let's see where I can set this. So we have one LTC 6804 right here, there's the second one right there, and the third one right there, and these are all electrically isolated, so they're galvanically oscillated if you look up through a light, so that you can't get high voltage back onto the main PCB. There's a gap on this one too, you just can't see it because that connector's in the way. And then these just have discharge cells for the actual battery management portion here. The LTC demo board, I'll grab that if I can find it real quick. This is a board you can buy from LTC. Yeah, here it is. So this will do 12 cells, so you need 3 or 4 of these in an Insight. If you're going to do the 200 volts, you'd need 4 of these. And it is it's the LTC 6804 demo board. And what is the number on it? It's LTC's demo circuit 1894B. And this has ISO-SPI and a bunch of stuff on it, and it plugs directly into an Arduino with the onboard, has a header on there that plugs in. So this is the Arduino that I have programmed to talk to the LTC 6804, and you can see I've just made up, just because I haven't put this into mass production or anything, here's my header with the pin out for it. So that just plugs into there, and it just uses SPI to talk to the ISO-SPI on here, which is just an isolated SPI protocol. So you plug that in, you plug this into USB, and it's just got a serial port, and this just spits out your numbers, and you can turn on the load resistors here on the back. It comes with 333 ohms. I think on Linsight I used 220s. Yeah, so we got 220s there. It's just how much power your board can handle. So that's kind of a not off the shelf, but very easily figure outable. You end up at the end of the day with a USB port here, and this thing's just spitting out the voltages of each cell. So roll that however you want to roll it, but please please don't forego rolling. Get some kind of battery management system that, if nothing else, turns on a light if the cells go above 4.15 volts so that they don't catch on fire.